Photos often show reality, but sometimes they make us more curious instead of giving answers. From possible time travelers to mysteries that can't be explained, join us as we look at 20 unusual historical photos that scientists can't explain. Number 20. The 1890s Airship Mystery. In the final years of the 19th century, a wave of peculiar sightings swept across the United States, sparking a media frenzy and capturing the public's imagination. Witnesses from California to the Midwest reported seeing strange, cigar-shaped crafts floating through the skies, leaving a trail of mystery and speculation in their wake. These enigmatic airships were described as being enormous, often measuring hundreds of feet in length. They were said to be powered by mysterious engines and equipped with brilliant searchlights that illuminated the ground below. Some witnesses even claimed to have seen or heard the airship's occupants, who were described as human-like beings engaged in strange activities. The airship sightings of the 1890s occurred during a time when dirigible technology was still in its infancy and heavier-than-air flight had not yet been achieved. This has led some researchers to suggest that the airships may have been the product of secret advanced technology developed by an unknown inventor or group. Others have proposed more exotic explanations, such as the idea that the airships were extraterrestrial craft piloted by alien visitors. Proponents of this theory point to the incredible maneuverability and speed reported by witnesses, as well as the strange behavior of the airship's occupants. Number 19. Anachronism in historical art. Throughout history, artists have sought to capture the essence of their times, immortalizing people, places, and events on canvas. Yet, within the brushstrokes of some old paintings lie puzzling details, objects or technologies that seem wildly out of place for their era. These anachronisms have fueled endless speculation about time travel, extraterrestrial influence, and the enigmatic secrets hidden within our past. One of the most captivating examples is Mr. Pinion and the Settling of Springfield, a painting by the American-Italian artist Umberto Romano, depicting a meeting between Native Americans and English settlers in the 17th century. The artwork features a captivating detail. One of the Native Americans appears to be holding a device that bears a striking resemblance to a modern smartphone. The way he holds the object suggests he might be idly scrolling through a newsfeed. This has led some to propose wild theories, such as the idea that time travelers or extraterrestrial visitors may have influenced the artist. Others suggest this anomaly could be the result of artistic license, symbolism, or simple misinterpretation by modern viewers. Number 18. The Mystery of the Phantom Girl. In the early 20th century, a series of photographs emerged from Russia that purported to show a mysterious figure appearing in the background of several group shots. The figure, which came to be known as the Phantom Girl, was a young woman dressed in old-fashioned clothing, who seemed to materialize out of thin air in photographs taken years apart and in different locations. The first known photograph featuring the Phantom Girl was taken in 1903 and showed a group of railway workers posing for a picture. In the background of the image, a young woman can be seen standing alone, her face partially obscured by a scarf. The woman's clothing and appearance were notably different from those of the other people in the photograph, and she seemed to be looking directly at the camera. Over the next few years, the Phantom Girl appeared in several other photographs taken in Russia, including a group shot of a family in 1906 and a photograph of a group of soldiers in 1914. In each image, the girl appeared to be wearing the same old-fashioned clothing and had the same distant, haunted expression on her face. The mystery of the Phantom Girl has puzzled researchers and paranormal enthusiasts for over a century. Some have suggested that she may be a spirit or a ghost, doomed to wander the Russian wilderness for eternity. Others have proposed that she may be a time traveler or an interdimensional being, somehow able to insert herself into photographs taken years apart. However, skeptics have pointed out that the photographs featuring the Phantom Girl are of poor quality and that the girl's appearance could easily be explained by photographic artifacts or double exposures. Some have even suggested that the entire phenomenon may have been a hoax, perpetrated by a clever photographer or a series of unrelated images that have been mistakenly linked together. Number 17. Billy the Kid's Rare Croquet Photo. The legend of Billy the Kid, the notorious outlaw of the American Old West, has long been a source of fascination for historians and enthusiasts alike. A new chapter was added to the kid's story when a photograph surfaced that allegedly showed him and his gang playing croquet in the summer of 1878. The photograph, which measures just 4 inches by 5 inches, shows a group playing in the Wild West. The man in the center of the image bears a striking resemblance to the only authenticated photograph of Billy the Kid and sold at auction for $2.3 million in 2011. If the croquet photograph is indeed genuine, it would be only the second known image of the outlaw, who was born Henry McCarty but later adopted the alias. The Kid was a key figure in the Lincoln County War, a violent conflict between rival factions in New Mexico territory, and was known for his quick temper and skill with a gun. Number 16. Congo's encounter with a giant snake. In 1959, a Belgian pilot, Colonel Remy van Leerd, a seasoned veteran with a lifetime of reconnaissance missions under his belt, found himself face to face with an enigma that defied all logic and reason. While returning from a routine aerial mission, van Leerd spotted an immense shadow undulating across the landscape below. As he drew closer, the unmistakable silhouette of a colossal serpent sprawled across 50 feet of terrain came into focus. By his expert estimation, this behemoth measured an astonishing 50 meters in length, with a triangular head alone spanning over 7 feet. Realizing the gravity of his discovery, van Leerd instructed his pilot to circle back for a closer look. As the helicopter hovered overhead, this giant snake raised its head vertically, like a cobra poised to strike, as if assessing the potential threat. Resisting the urge to retreat, the colonel snapped a photograph, determined to capture proof of this extraordinary encounter. Van Leerd's image, the only known evidence of this cryptozoological marvel, has since become the subject of intense scientific scrutiny. Some speculate that the creature may have been an African rock python of unparalleled proportions, while others propose the existence of an entirely new species, perhaps even a modern-day descendant of the long-extinct titanoboa. Number 15. The Baltic Sea Anomaly Mystery. Deep beneath the murky waters of the Baltic Sea, a peculiar discovery has baffled scientists and ignited the imaginations of mystery enthusiasts worldwide. The Baltic Sea Anomaly, a curious formation spotted by Swedish treasure hunters in 2011, has been the subject of intense speculation and debate since its initial discovery. Using sidescan sonar, the team stumbled upon a massive circular object resting on the seafloor, approximately 300 feet below the surface. The object, which measures an astonishing 200 feet in diameter, exhibits an uncanny resemblance to the Millennium Falcon from the Star Wars franchise, with its disc-like shape and mysterious central protrusion. The anomaly's striking appearance and perplexing location have given rise to a wide array of theories, ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. Some researchers suggest the formation could be a natural geological feature, such as a glacial deposit or an underwater volcano. Others, however, have suggested more extraordinary explanations, including a sunken UFO, a secret military installation, or even the remnants of a lost advanced civilization. Adding to the intrigue, divers who have ventured near the anomaly have reported experiencing strange technical malfunctions, such as equipment failure and disorientation. These peculiar occurrences have only served to deepen the mystery surrounding the Baltic Sea anomaly, leading some to speculate about the potential presence of powerful, unknown forces at work. Number 14. Mystery of the Fresno nightcrawlers. In the late 2000s, a series of bizarre videos emerged from Fresno, California, that purported to show a previously unknown species of cryptid. The creatures, which came to be known as the Fresno nightcrawlers, were captured on security cameras and cell phones and quickly became a sensation among paranormal enthusiasts and cryptozoologists. The videos showed strange bipedal creatures that appeared to be walking or shuffling across lawns and driveways in residential areas of Fresno. The creatures were described as being about 3 to 4 feet tall, with thin, spindly legs and no discernible upper body. Some witnesses reported seeing the creatures hopping or jumping, while others claimed they moved with an odd, shuffling gait. The Fresno nightcrawlers were unlike any known animal species, and their appearance sparked immediate speculation about their origins and nature. Some suggested that they may be extraterrestrial beings, while others proposed that they could be interdimensional entities, or even the ghosts of deceased humans. A few even claimed that the creatures were a previously unknown species of primate or a genetic experiment gone wrong. Number 13. UFO in the Madonna painting. In the realm of art history, few paintings have sparked as much intrigue and speculation as the Madonna with Saint Giovannino, a 15th-century work attributed to the Italian artist Domenico Ghirlandaio. While the painting's central focus is the Virgin Mary and the infant Saint John the Baptist, it is a peculiar detail in the background that has captured the imagination of UFO enthusiasts and mystery seekers alike. Hovering in the sky behind the Virgin Mary is a curious disc-shaped object, emanating a glowing aura. The object's appearance resembles contemporary depictions of flying saucers or UFOs, leading many to speculate about its true nature and meaning. Some have suggested that the object could be a representation of a divine miracle or a celestial event, such as a comet or supernova. However, proponents of the extraterrestrial hypothesis argue that the object's shape and luminous quality are too specific to be mere artistic symbolism. The idea that a 15th-century artist might have witnessed and depicted a genuine UFO has captivated the imaginations of many, sparking debates about the possibility of extraterrestrial visitation in the distant past. Some have even gone so far as to suggest that the painting could be evidence of a long history of alien contact with humanity. Number 12. The Ghost of Newbie Church. In the quaint village of Skelton, Newbie in North Yorkshire, England, a peculiar photograph has been the subject of much debate and speculation. Captured in 1963 by the Reverend K.F. Lord, the image purports to show a ghostly figure looming in the nave of the Church of St. Mary and St. Lawrence. The spectral figure, which has come to be known as the Newbie church monk, appears to be dressed in a hooded robe, with its face obscured behind a pale, featureless mask. The figure's appearance has led some to speculate that it may be the ghost of a medieval monk, perhaps one who had fallen victim to the ravages of leprosy or some other disfiguring disease. Reverend Lord, who had been photographing the church's interior for a brochure, maintained that he was alone in the building at the time the photograph was taken. He also insisted that the figure was not visible to the naked eye and only appeared upon developing the film. Skeptics have proposed several explanations for the Newbie church monk, ranging from a trick of the light to a deliberate hoax. Some have suggested that the figure may be nothing more than a shadow cast by a piece of furniture or a fold in a curtain. Number 11. The Stanley Hotel's Ghostly Girl. High in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado, the Stanley Hotel has long been a destination for those seeking luxury, relaxation, and a brush with the paranormal. The hotel, which served as the inspiration for Stephen King's classic horror novel The Shining, has a reputation for being one of the most haunted places in America, with countless stories of ghostly encounters and unexplained phenomena. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for the Stanley Hotel's haunted nature is a photograph taken by the Mausling family during a stay at the hotel. The image, which shows the family on the hotel's grand staircase, also appears to capture the ghostly figure of a young girl standing on the stairs and peering out from behind a railing. The appearance of the ghostly girl, seemingly clad in old-fashioned clothing and possessing a pale, translucent quality, has led many to speculate that she may be the spirit of a child who died in the hotel during its early years. Some have even suggested that she could be the ghost of Elizabeth Wilson, a former housekeeper injured in a gas explosion at the hotel in 1911. Ben Hansen, a former FBI agent and host of Fact or Faked, Paranormal Files, examined the photo and concluded that it doesn't appear to be a fabrication. Skeptics, however, offer more mundane explanations for the ghostly figure. Some suggest that it could simply be a trick of the light or a reflection from a window. Others speculate that the figure could be a living person who inadvertently wandered into the frame during the photograph's long exposure time. Number 10. The Hook Island Sea Monster. In the crystal-clear waters of Stonehaven Bay off the coast of Hook Island in Queensland, Australia, a monstrous creature was allegedly captured on film in 1964. The photograph, taken by Robert Lecerec, shows what appears to be a gigantic tadpole-like creature lurking just beneath the surface of the water. The creature, which has come to be known as the Hook Island Sea Monster, is estimated to be around 80 feet in length, with a large rounded head and a long serpentine body. Lecerec claims that he and his family had been boating in the bay when they spotted the creature and managed to capture it on film before it swam off into the depths. The Hook Island Sea Monster photograph has been the subject of much debate and analysis over the years. Some experts have suggested that the creature may be a previously unknown species of giant eel or a rare type of shark. Others have pointed out similarities between the creature's appearance and that of certain species of prehistoric marine reptiles, such as the plesiosaur. Number 9. SS Watertown Ghostly Faces. In December 1924, a chilling tale of ghostly apparitions aboard the SS Watertown captured the public's imagination. The oil tanker was en route from California to New Orleans when tragedy struck. Two crewmen, James Courtney and Michael Meehan, were cleaning a cargo tank when they were overwhelmed by noxious fumes. Despite valiant rescue attempts by their fellow sailors, both men perished. As per maritime tradition, the crew prepared to give their fallen comrades a burial at sea. However, a shocking discovery was made when the crew gathered to pay their final respects. The faces of Courtney and Meehan appeared in the water alongside the ship, their visages rippling and undulating with the waves. The ship's captain, Keith Tracy, was so taken aback by the eerie sight that he ordered a photograph to be taken. The resulting image, which shows the ghostly faces of the two men seemingly imprinted upon the ocean's surface, has become one of the most famous and controversial paranormal photographs of all time. Number 8. The Phoenix Lights Phenomenon. On the evening of March 13, 1997, the skies over Phoenix, Arizona, were filled with an extraordinary sight that would become one of the most famous UFO events in history. Thousands of witnesses, including doctors, lawyers, and police officers, reported seeing a massive V-shaped formation of light slowly, and silently gliding across the night sky. The phenomenon, which has come to be known as the Phoenix Lights, was observed by people across the state of Arizona and parts of Nevada and Mexico. Witnesses described the lights as a triangular or boomerang-shaped array, with some estimating its size to be up to a mile wide. The lights were said to move in unison, maintaining their formation as they traversed the sky. The Phoenix Lights triggered a media frenzy and prompted an investigation by the U.S. Air Force. Officials initially claimed the lights were flares dropped during a training exercise. However, many witnesses rejected this explanation, noting that the lights moved in a way that was inconsistent with the behavior of flares and that the formation was too large to be accounted for by conventional aircraft. Number 7. Goddard Squadron's ghostly pilot. In 1919, at the height of the First World War, a group of British airmen gathered together for a group photograph at the Goddard Squadron Air Base in France. The men, who had faced the horrors of aerial combat and lost many of their comrades, posed solemnly for the camera, their faces etched with the weariness and sorrow of war. However, when the photograph was developed, the airmen were shocked to discover an unexpected and chilling addition to their ranks. In the back row of the group, a ghostly figure could be seen, his face obscured by the hazy, transparent quality of his form. The figure, who appeared to be wearing the uniform of a pilot, was later identified as Freddie Jackson, a mechanic who had been killed in a tragic accident just 2 days before the photograph was taken. Skeptics, of course, have proposed various explanations for the ghostly figure, ranging from a simple case of double exposure to a deliberate hoax perpetrated by one of the airmen. Number 6. The McMinnville UFO Mystery. A series of photographs taken by farmer Paul Trent in McMinnville, Oregon, sparked a heated debate that continues to this day. The images, which depict a metallic disc-shaped object hovering over Trent's farm, have become some of the most famous and widely discussed UFO photographs in history. The mysterious object captured in Trent's photos appears to be circular and flat, with a slight tilt from the horizontal plane, estimated to be between 30 and 50 feet in diameter. The craft bears no resemblance to any known aircraft of the time, lacking wings, markings, or visible means of propulsion. According to Trent, the object was spotted hovering just a few hundred feet above the ground. Initially, the Trents believed they had witnessed a secret military experiment rather than an extraterrestrial craft. However, extensive analysis of the photographs revealed no evidence of manipulation or hoaxing, and no record of any aircraft testing in the area on the day the photos were taken. The object's orientation also ruled out the possibility of a suspended model or a hoax involving wires. Despite numerous attempts to debunk the McMinnville UFO photographs over the past 7 decades, no conclusive explanation has been found. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. Images can't get much stranger than this one from the 1930s. It looks like a man is actually posing with a creature straight out of a nightmare, a sight that would fascinate even the most seasoned cryptozoologist. What is this thing, with its strange tusk-like teeth and skin rougher than a rhino's hide? It defies explanation. Nobody knows where this photo came from, only that it started making the rounds back in the 1930s. Since then, folks have been scratching their heads and trying to make sense of it. Could this be a genuine creature? So what is it? Or is it simply a hoax? Let us know in the comments. Number 5. The mystery of the Black Knight satellite. Since the dawn of the space age, a mysterious object has captured the imaginations of scientists and conspiracy theorists alike. Known as the Black Knight satellite, this enigmatic entity is said to orbit Earth in a polar orbit, defying explanation and fueling speculation about its origin and purpose. The story of the Black Knight satellite can be traced back to the 1950s when newspapers reported on strange radio signals believed to emanate from an unknown object in space. These reports coincided with the launch of Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite, leading some to speculate that the Black Knight may have been placed in orbit by an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. Over the years, several photographs have emerged, purporting to show the Black Knight satellite. One of the most famous images, captured by NASA astronauts during a space shuttle mission in 1998, depicts a strange cylindrical object floating against the backdrop of Earth. Some have claimed that this object, estimated to be around 10 feet long, is the elusive Black Knight. Skeptics, however, argue that the Black Knight satellite is nothing more than a combination of misidentified space debris, optical illusions, and outright hoaxes. They point out that polar orbits are not uncommon for satellites and that the alleged photographs of the Black Knight can be explained by more mundane phenomena such as thermal blankets lost during spacewalks. Number 4. The anomalous airship mystery. A photograph surfaced that challenged our understanding of aviation history. The image, which was allegedly taken in Huntington, West Virginia, showed a large unidentified airship hovering over the city. The craft was unlike anything that was known to exist at the time, with a sleek, elongated shape and multiple propellers. The airship in the photograph was estimated to be around 100 feet long and 30 feet in diameter, with a rigid frame and a covered deck. It appeared to be powered by several engines, which were mounted on the sides of the craft. The airship was also equipped with a number of portholes, suggesting it may have been designed to carry passengers. The photograph sparked immediate controversy and speculation. Some claimed that it was evidence of a secret government project, while others suggested that it may have been a hoax or a misidentification of a known airship. However, no records could be found of any airships matching the description of the one in the photograph being built or flown in the United States at that time. Number 3. Mysterious lights on Mars. A series of images captured by NASA's Curiosity rover on Mars sparked a wave of speculation and debate about the possibility of extraterrestrial activity on the red planet. The photographs in question depict a bright, glowing spot on the Martian surface, which some observers believe to be a concentrated light source. Interestingly, no nearby rocks or rover components could account for the intense luminosity of the hotspot. As the images spread across the internet, theories about the origin of the mysterious light proliferated. Some enthusiasts dubbed it an alien campfire, suggesting that it could be evidence of extraterrestrial life on Mars. Others proposed that the light might be the result of a cosmic ray strike or some other unexplained phenomenon. However, NASA scientists offered a more mundane explanation, stating that the glow was most likely caused by a glint of sunlight reflecting off the rover's surface. Despite the official explanation, some observers remain unconvinced, pointing to the light's distinctly localized appearance as evidence that it may have a more exotic origin. Number 2. The ghost pilot mystery. Mrs. Sayer, a plane enthusiast, was visiting an airfield in England with her friend. She thought it would be fun to take a photo of her sitting in the cockpit. However, when the photograph was developed, the family was shocked to discover an unexpected addition to the image. Sitting in the pilot's seat was an obscure figure with an unmistakable presence. Mrs. Sayer was adamant that no one else had been in the cockpit where the photograph was taken. The mysterious figure in the photograph has come to be known as the ghost pilot, and its appearance has sparked much speculation and debate among paranormal enthusiasts. Number 1. The Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot film controversy. In the annals of cryptozoology, few pieces of evidence have sparked as much intrigue and debate as the Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot film. This brief, shaky footage, captured in the wilds of Northern California in 1967, purports to show a genuine encounter with the elusive mythical creature known as Bigfoot or Sasquatch. The film, shot by Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin, depicts a large, hairy, bipedal figure striding through a clearing, casting a fleeting glance at the camera before disappearing into the forest. The creature's appearance is striking, standing at an estimated height of 7 feet. It is covered in dark, shaggy hair and possesses a distinctly human-like gait. Proponents of the film's authenticity argue that the creature's anatomy, particularly its muscular legs and swinging arms, is too detailed and realistic to be a mere costume. They also point to the film's longevity and the fact that no one has been able to definitively debunk it as evidence of its veracity. However, skeptics counter that the film is simply too good to be true. They argue that the creature's movements could be easily replicated by a human in a carefully crafted suit, and that the film's grainy quality and brevity make it difficult to draw any definitive conclusions. Some have also pointed to inconsistencies in Patterson and Gimlin's accounts of the event and their subsequent behavior as reasons to doubt the film's authenticity. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.